Stop chasing people who ignore your worth. Sometimes in life, the hardest battles aren't fought on the court, the field, or the stage. They're fought inside your heart. One of the toughest lessons you'll ever learn is this: you can't force people to see your value. You can't beg them to respect you, and you can't keep chasing people who have already decided to overlook what you bring to the table. When you keep running after people who ignore your worth, you're not just losing time, you're losing pieces of yourself. You're teaching them that your presence is cheap, that your loyalty comes without cost, that your heart is a discount store where anyone can walk in, take what they want, and leave without saying thank you. Winners don't chase validation. They become the standard. They don't knock on doors that keep slamming shut. They build their own arena where people line up to enter. So stop running after those who treat you like an option. Start standing like someone who knows they're a priority. This isn't about arrogance. It's about self-respect. Because when you respect yourself enough to walk away from those who undervalue you, the right ones will have no choice but to notice you. You don't need everyone. You need the right ones, and they only come when you stop chasing the wrong ones. Your value doesn't decrease because someone can't see it. Your value is not a reflection of their blindness. It is a reflection of your being. Just because they refuse to see your greatness does not mean it disappears. A diamond in the dark is still a diamond. It does not stop shining because someone turned their back. You cannot allow temporary ignorance to create permanent doubt within you. People will often ignore what they do not understand. They will downplay what they cannot match. They will dismiss what intimidates them. That does not make you less. That makes them incapable of seeing more. The moment you begin to measure yourself by their lack of vision is the moment you start erasing your own worth. There will be times when your efforts go unnoticed, when your loyalty is unappreciated, when your presence feels invisible. But invisibility is not the same as insignificance. The world is full of people who didn't get the recognition they deserved at first, until one day the world had no choice but to look their way. Your responsibility is not to force their eyes open. It's to keep shining regardless. To keep working regardless. To keep believing regardless. Their refusal to see does not mean your value has vanished. It means they're not ready for it yet. If you ever feel the urge to prove yourself to someone who doesn't care, ask yourself why. Ask yourself if you're fighting for their approval or for your own fulfillment, because one leads to freedom, the other to chains. Value is not determined by applause, it's determined by essence. Even when no one claps, your talent remains. Even when no one praises, your discipline stays. Even when no one calls your name, your worth lives within you. You must get comfortable being unseen for a season. It's the season that sharpens you. It's the silence that builds you. It's the disregard that teaches you who you really are when no one is watching. Stop attaching your worth to their recognition. They can ignore you today and still need you tomorrow. They can doubt you now and later call you unstoppable. That's the power of staying true to yourself when the crowd is silent. Never shrink to fit their blindness. Never soften your edge to make their vision clearer. Be the person they underestimated, not the person who begged to be seen. Your value is constant. It does not fluctuate based on moods, opinions, or moments. It's written in how you show up every day, even when no one's watching. If they fail to see your worth, that's their loss, not your fault. Let them underestimate you. Let them overlook you. Let them misjudge you. Because the day they finally look up, they won't recognize how high you've climbed. The key is to hold your ground, to remind yourself, I am not here to be seen. I am here to be great. Greatness always finds the light, even in the darkest corners. And when that light finally hits you, you won't need to explain your worth. It will speak louder than any words ever could. So stand tall. Stay patient, and never let their blindness make you question your brilliance. Chasing people is chasing disappointment when you chase people who don't care. You are running in a race with no finish line. You exhaust your energy, waste your time, and damage your self-respect for someone who was never running toward you. Chasing is not pursuit, it's surrender. It's giving them the power to dictate your value. The moment you start chasing, you start accepting that they are the prize and you are the pursuer, when in reality your value was never meant to be a bargain they hold. Disappointment follows chasing like a shadow. Because the more you run, the more they retreat. The more you prove, the more they demand. It's a game that cannot be won because they never intended to meet you halfway. True connections do not require a chase. They require presence, mutual respect, and shared gravity. If you have to beg for it, it was never meant to be held. When you stop chasing, something powerful happens. Your energy returns to you. Your mind clears, your worth recalibrates, and suddenly you start attracting people who want to walk with you, not run from you. Every moment spent chasing someone who ignores your worth is a moment stolen from someone who would cherish it. Think about that. The hours, the days, the emotional miles you've run for those who wouldn't cross the street for you. Chasing is proof you've forgotten what you carry. You've placed them on a throne while stepping off your own. That's not loyalty, that's self-abandonment. Let go of the belief that if you just try harder, they'll finally notice you. Real ones don't need reminders. They recognize greatness when it stands still. You deserve to be chosen, not tolerated. You deserve to be valued without negotiation. You deserve to walk beside someone who moves with you, not someone who enjoys watching you run behind them. Stop confusing effort with worth. You can give your all and still not be enough for someone who refuses to see your all. That's not your failure, it's their blindness. The chase teaches you who's really there. Because when you stop running, the ones who care will step closer. The ones who never did will disappear. Choose peace over pursuit. Choose stillness over scrambling. Choose your self-respect over their indifference. You are not here to run marathons for people who wouldn't even walk for you. Respect is earned, not begged, for respect is not a gift you receive by lowering yourself. It's a standard you uphold by being who you are, no matter who is watching. Too many people spend their lives begging for respect when they should be building it through their actions. Begging for respect always puts you beneath the one you beg from. It sends a message, I will bend for your approval. But real respect isn't handed to those who bend. It's given to those who stand firm even when ignored. You don't earn respect by pleading, texting, or chasing. You earn it by being consistent, by showing discipline when others fold, by remaining solid when others doubt. Respect has a scent. It follows strength, self-control, and results. When you find yourself asking someone to value you, you've already given them the upper hand. They now believe their recognition is a favor, not a natural response. That's how you lose power, by asking for what you should embody. Think of the people you respect most. Did they beg for your approval, or did they live in a way that left you no choice but to respect them? That's the difference between chasing respect and commanding it. Respect cannot survive in desperation. It thrives in presence. When you know your worth, when you walk with purpose, when you show up consistently, people either adjust or leave. But they never forget you. If you spend your life convincing people you matter, you will live in the shadow of their judgment. But if you set a standard and live by it, they will measure themselves against you. Stop running behind those who ignore your presence. Start building a presence they cannot ignore. Respect grows when you stop demanding it and start deserving it through your daily habits. Every time you chase someone who dismisses you, you teach them that their disregard is acceptable. But the moment you withdraw your energy, you teach them that your attention is a privilege, not a given. Respect is the echo of self-respect. The world mirrors how you treat yourself. If you speak weak, act weak, move weak, they treat you weak. But if you move like someone who knows what they carry, they adjust their tone before they speak. You can walk away silently and earn more respect than you ever did by arguing loudly. Absence speaks louder than demand. Distance delivers louder messages than begging. Real respect is quiet. It does not need a speech. It needs a standard. When you stop begging, you create space for people to step up or step out. And both are blessings. So live in a way that demands respect by default. That is how you stop chasing people who ignore your worth. Your time is the most valuable currency. Spend it wisely. Time is a currency you never get back. Every second you spend chasing people who don't care is a second stolen from your future. They may not pay you back, but your future will make you pay for wasting it. You can rebuild money. You can recover energy. But time, once it's gone forever. That's why the most dangerous habit is not losing money. It's losing time on the wrong people. Every message you send to someone who leaves you unread is a withdrawal from your future. Every hour spent waiting for their attention is a loan you'll never collect. Start treating your time like the treasure it is. Guard it. Invest it where it multiplies. Spend it on people who add value, not drain it. Your time is the proof of your priorities. Where you spend it reveals what you believe about yourself. If you give it freely to those who ignore you, what are you telling yourself? When you finally understand how expensive your time is, you stop running after discounts. You stop entertaining people who can't afford your presence. The truth is, the ones who deserve your time will never make you chase them. They will match your energy. They will value your hours because they value your heart. There's a cost to every conversation, every interaction, every chase. Some leave you richer in growth, others leave you bankrupt in spirit. You must choose which ones to fund. If you want to build a future worth living, stop making emotional investments in people who pay with silence. Your time should build your life, not break your spirit. Every hour you spend should either teach you, grow you, or bring you peace. If it does none of these, it's a debt, not an investment. Walking away is not about pride. It's about preserving the most limited asset you own, your time. Think about what you could create if you stopped chasing. Think about the skills you could build, the dreams you could start, the future you could own. Stop giving your best hours to people who give you their spare seconds. Your time is gold. Stop trading it for dust. Absence creates presence. Step back to stand out. There is a power in stepping back that chasing will never give you. Absence is not weakness. It's a force that makes your presence undeniable. When you constantly show up for people who ignore you, they stop noticing your presence. You become noise instead of music. But when you step away, silence turns into an echo that makes them hear you louder than ever. Absence reveals truth. It shows you who misses you and who never cared. It exposes who reaches out and who only responds when it benefits them. You don't always need to cut people off. Sometimes you just need to step back and let the balance reset. The human mind values what it fears to lose. As long as you're always available, you're easy to ignore. But when you remove yourself, your worth rises, not because you've changed, but because they're finally forced to measure the gap you left. Absence is a teacher. It teaches patience, strength, and self-control. It teaches you that presence is not about being everywhere, it's about being impactful wherever you are. When you step back, you stop begging for space and start owning your own. You reclaim your dignity without raising your voice. Not everyone deserves daily access to you. Some only deserve to remember what it felt like when you were around. Absence is a filter. It removes the ones who never cared and highlights the ones who truly did. If someone doesn't notice your absence, they never valued your presence. And that is a gift, because it tells you exactly where to stop investing your energy. Stepping back isn't punishment, it's positioning. It puts you in a place where your value speaks louder than your words ever could. Let silence do the work that shouting could not. Be brave enough to leave a space behind and strong enough not to rush back to fill it. Absence is not empty, it's full of answers. Self-worth attracts respect. People treat you how you treat yourself. If you move like you're unsure of your value, the world will mirror that uncertainty back to you. But when you carry yourself with conviction, when your actions declare, "I know what I bring," people adjust their tone before they even speak. Self-worth is the magnet that pulls respect closer. It's not about arrogance, it's about energy. When you know who you are, you stop explaining yourself to those who question you, and you start showing yourself to those who deserve you. Too many people chase respect from the outside while neglecting it from the inside. They want others to believe in them while secretly doubting themselves. They want others to admire them while they silently criticize every step they take. If you want the world to respect you, start with your reflection. How you talk to yourself, how you carry yourself, how you discipline yourself. That's the standard people read before they ever hear your name. Self-worth is not built in comfort, it's built in the fire of saying no, when it would be easier to say yes. It's built in walking away from people who drain you even when you care about them. When you stop lowering your price for those who can't afford your presence, you start attracting those who pay the full value with their actions. There's a difference between wanting respect and being ready for it. You cannot demand what you have not become. If you live carelessly, people will treat you carelessly. If you live with discipline and purpose, they have no choice but to acknowledge it. Respect does not come overnight. It is the result of small decisions that declare, "I am worth more than crumbs." Every time you settle, you write a silent contract that says, "This is enough." And the world will never give you more than what you agree to accept. Start setting a tone with your life. Eat with intention. Work with intensity. Speak with clarity. Move with direction. These things speak louder than any speech. The right people will notice your self-worth and respect it. The wrong ones will feel uncomfortable and walk away. Both results are progress. If you ever feel disrespected, ask yourself, have I respected myself first? Because disrespect rarely survives where self-respect thrives. The world responds to what you radiate. Self-pity attracts predators. Self-worth attracts protectors. Become the person whose value cannot be ignored, not because you shout it, but because you live it. Not everyone deserves access to you. Your presence is a privilege, not a public park. But if you open the gates to everyone, don't be surprised when they walk through with muddy shoes. Not everyone should sit at your table. Some come to eat with you, others come to take from you. Your job is to know the difference. Access is power. Who you let close will determine your energy, your focus, and your peace. If you give unlimited access to those who disrespect you, you'll run out of strength for those who actually honor you. Every message you answer, every call you return, every time you say yes when you wanted to say no, that's access being granted. And access is expensive when it's given to the wrong ones. You are not cold for protecting your energy. You are wise because open doors invite thieves just as easily as they invite guests. There's a reason the highest buildings have the tightest security, not because they hate people, but because they know their value. Your mind, your heart, your future, they are skyscrapers. Stop letting everyone in the lobby. When you start limiting access, people will call you distant. Let them. Distance is a filter. It removes those who only came for the benefits. The ones who truly care will find a way to respect your boundaries. The ones who only came to take will walk away when you stop feeding them. Your worth is not proven by how many people surround you. It's proven by how carefully you choose who stays close. Every person in your life is either a seed or a weed. Some help you grow, some choke the light out of you. Protect your garden. You don't need a crowd. You need a circle. You don't need attention. You need alignment. Not everyone who smiles is a supporter. Not everyone who claps is cheering for you. Some are just close enough to see when you fall. Access is sacred. Stop handing it out like a free sample. Walk away with power, not bitterness. Walking away is not a sign of weakness. It's a declaration of strength. But the real power is in how you walk away, with calmness, with dignity, without poison in your veins. Bitterness is the chain that keeps you tied to what you've left. It keeps you replaying the past, reliving the pain, refreshing the wound. Walking away with bitterness is not walking away. It's dragging the past with you. Powerful exits are silent, intentional, and permanent. They leave no room for revenge, no hunger for applause, no need for validation. You don't walk away to prove them wrong. You walk away to prove yourself right. There's a weight that lifts when you stop explaining yourself. There's a peace that comes when you stop wishing they'll regret losing you. Walking away with power is a mindset. I do not need you to see my worth. I already do. Bitterness screams. Power whispers. One tries to punish them, the other frees you. The reason many people stay stuck is because they left physically but stayed emotionally. They left the room but kept the door unlocked with anger. Release them, not for them, for you, so you can have room to build, to grow, to attract better. Walking away does not mean you stop caring. It means you start caring about yourself more than their neglect. Every step away from what drains you is a step closer to what fulfills you. If they come back, let it be because they realized your absence, not because you tried to make them feel it. Your power is in your ability to let go gracefully, not violently. Leave without noise, grow without announcement, win without bitterness. There comes a point in life where you stop explaining your worth and start embodying it. You stop chasing people who overlook you and start building a life they can no longer ignore. The power has always been within you, not in their recognition, not in their approval, not in their presence. Chasing people drains your spirit, but standing firm fills your soul. Respect is not given to those who beg, it's given to those who refuse to lower their standard. Your time is the most valuable currency, and it should not be spent on those who leave you bankrupt in self-respect. There's a strength in stepping back, a power in absence, a peace in walking away without bitterness. The moment you realize not everyone deserves access to you is the moment you step into your true worth. Life is too short to be chasing shadows when you were born to be the light. Let them go, let them doubt. Let them ignore, because while they turn their heads, you will rise. And when you rise, you won't need to chase anyone. They will come looking for the person who finally stopped running and started winning. Your journey is not about being accepted by everyone. It's about being authentic to yourself and attracting only those who match your energy. Stop chasing, start building, stop begging, start becoming. You are not missing out by letting go. You are making room for what truly belongs. And one day, the same people who once ignored your worth will remember your silence louder than your words ever spoke. So stand tall, guard your time, respect your soul, and walk with purpose. The right ones will never make you run. They will walk beside you, because they'll see what you already knew. Your worth was never in question.